All right, go.
Randy Boggs, Real Surprise Charters, Orange Beach, Alabama. We were talking about some of the more memorable trips we've had on the boat. I used to do a trip for a local bank, and the bank would bring all their customers and clients on one day, and the trip had grown quite large. We had a huge amount of people on the boat, pretty crowded on here. It was after the Hurricane Ivan, and we were having a good day of fishing. Had a lot of guests up here talking with me while we were fishing, and we still had about an hour and a half to fish, and the deckhands came up and told me we had a limited snapper and had a bunch of fish on board. And so I asked the guys what they wanted to do, and they decided that they'd like to go, since we were pretty close to being where we could go offshore and catch a grouper. So we rode about 8 or 10 miles and pulled up on a spot to try to catch a grouper. And I was watching the electronics and not paying close attention to what was going on outside. And I happened to look up, and there was a huge piece of wood floating in the Gulf. It was a big board out of a packing crate. But when I tell you it was huge, it was probably 5 inches thick and 18, 20 feet long, and probably had a bark edge on one side. It was probably at the narrowest point 24 to 30 inches, so it had been a huge tree. And under the tree were 3 dolphin fish, mahi-mahis. And so we got rigged up to catch the mahis. And there was one local realtor on the boat, and it had been her lifelong dream to stay on their own boat, fished a lot, and she'd always wanted to catch one. So we get all 3 fish hooked up, and we managed to land 2 of the 3 fish. One of them pulled the hook and got away. But we were so happy to have these. They were large fish, 40 to 45 pound dolphin. We got them in the boat. We were so tickled. Well, one of the guys that at the time owned the shrimp basket, Eddie Spence, asked me if I would back up and help him get the board. And so we backed up, and after a lot of convincing, it took about 8 or 10 of us to drag this huge board into the boat. And when we got the board in the boat, everybody came back up, including Eddie came up and sat with me. And I asked him, I said, Eddie, what in the world? And that board now resides as a bar in one of the shrimp baskets in Pensacola, Florida. And it's got a brass tag attached to it, so caught aboard the Real Surprise on a company fishing trip. So our contribution to cleaning up the Gulf provided a bar for the shrimp basket in Pensacola, Florida.